Hey, Monster Traders, I have another screaming buy for you. It's National Beverage, symbol FIZZ, the maker of LaCroix sparkling water, one of my favorite beverages. I always have several cases at home, but don't buy it because of that. Buy it because of this. So here's a recent article put out on July 25th of 2019. It's currently August 2nd. And this article basically states that they're the top 10 heavily shorted stocks where the bears are correct. I would respectfully disagree, but at any rate, it is a heavily shorted company, which can be a very big positive because all those shorts at some point have to buy back in and cover their positions. But so here's why I like it. If you look at the chart, yeah, the bears have been winning. It's been going down since last year. They hit a high of 120, and ever since it's been downhill for this company. There's been some controversy. This company, the CEO has made some remarks that were a little questionable, and people question his leadership, etc. But when we look at the raw numbers for this company and what they make, just think about it. The company makes water, and they add carbonation to it and a little bit of flavor, and that's it. It's a highly profitable industry and company, and it should be, and I'll show you why that is here in a second. So let's start out with the sales. Sales of over $1 billion. I like to take the sales/employee ratio. It has 1,640 employees. So that means it has about $600,000 in sales per employee, which is really solid. I like to see at least $500,000. So they're in a pretty nice category to start with. Secondly, the return on assets is very high. It's 27%, which means that this company does not have to spend a lot of money on plant and equipment to make the kind of profits that they're used to making. So that's nice. The other metrics I like to look at, operating margin is 18%. Now that's solid. It's not the highest I've ever seen, but it's solid, and it indicates in the future that, hey, this company should be profitable well into the future. It's got to be hard to lose money in water when you've built up a little bit of a following. Now, some of the bad news that did come out over the past few months, and I think it was back in March, and you can see the big drop off here when it went from about 70 to 50 in a day, and it bounced back to 60, and it's been down ever since, and currently it's at 46 and change, is that there was some article that came out that says there was some pesticide in the water. Well, it's not pesticide in the water. There's an ingredient, a common ingredient in FIZZ that is the same in a pesticide, which is non-toxic. Okay, it's just an additive that's in both that is, let's say, neutral or non-factor. So that was a big news piece that drove the stock even further, and I think further than it should have gone. And since there's a ton of shorts that need to cover in the stock, there's a lot of fuel for the upside. I would be a buyer right here at 46 and change, and I would look to maybe cover it around 70, whenever that would be. Maybe in a year. I would say it wouldn't even take 2 years, but in the next year I would expect this thing to hit 70. Would be a good bet. And some of the downside that is mitigated, it's got a little bit of cash. It's got $3.49 per share in cash, which equates to about 150 million, 160 million in cash for the company. It's got no debt, which is a beautiful thing. And so it's not going to go out of business anytime soon, and it's very profitable. It doesn't take a lot of money to run this business. Now, should it be a little more profitable? Maybe, because they're selling water, which is literally almost free. But they have to pay for distribution and etc. So and packaging. But the profitability is there, and the technicals say that it's ready to start going up. So if it stays, if you were to buy here at 46, I'd put the stop below 40. And we'd like to see it hold this 44, 45, 46 level and work its way up. So that's the monster trade for today. I had another one that was NKTR Nectar Therapeutics, which you should check out that video as well that I put out today. So good luck with this trade. We will revisit it in the future. Thanks so much.